Hey Aquarius, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Nine of Wands. I feel like you're waiting. You're waiting on something. I do also feel like you're in a bit of a tricky situation. I'm just reading this intuitively with the Nine of Wands. Like, right, when you think of Nine of Wands, it's not the most ideal position to be in. Like, we're usually tired at that point. There's like a lot. It feels sort of like the culmination of everything. We're very close to the Ten of Wands at that point. But I feel almost like, see how this person is stopped and they're just leaning? Like maybe taking a breath, or you could be waiting on something. That's the feeling that I get for this, waiting. I am seeing Three of Cups, so you could be waiting for somebody to reach out to you, waiting for someone to connect with you. You could be waiting for an event as well. It's like, you know that you're going to be seeing them tomorrow, but like tonight, what are you supposed to do with yourself? Like it can be that sort of thing. It can be too like waiting till the next time that you see someone. Or it can just be sort of struggling right now, maybe in a social aspect. Let's get further and see. I do feel like you're alone, and then maybe you're not going to be anymore, but you're sort of in that period where you're feeling more alone right now. Sort of like to yourself, even. Yeah, this Nine of Wands and Three of Cups is feeling like I have to do my homework, I can't come out and play. Like that. Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords. There's this feeling of maybe feeling protective, but is it because you're wanting to keep something in or wanting to keep something out? I guess it could be either. But we have Ten of Swords, and then we also have Page of Swords. So this can be like curious about something over here that has already taken place, but there can be a desire to learn about it. But I'm wondering too, like, is this completely your energy? Like, Page of Swords always gives like a little bit of a nosy vibe of like, I'm trying to find out about something. And because it's connected with the Ten of Swords, this can be you. Something has come to an end and you may be looking at it and being like, why did that happen? Like, what led to that taking place? But Page of Swords can also be like minding somebody else's business and being like, why don't you talk to them anymore? It can be like one of those things. It's definitely a social situation, and I'm definitely, when I say social, I mean like, this looks like it's something that happened maybe between friends or between acquaintances or something like that. I'm not seeing necessarily like a one-on-one romantic relationship. But you could feel too like you're sort of going through a karmic test within a social situation, but it can also be like with friends in general too. But it's interesting to see Seven of Wands and Ten of Swords, because it can sort of be like, because somebody like didn't want to open up, because like Seven of Wands, you don't think as somebody having their heart wide open necessarily. It's somebody that's feeling like protective of themselves usually. or protective of something, or like ready to stand up for that thing. But then that may have led to Ten of Swords, which means that if somebody were in a space where maybe they were more open, it wouldn't have necessarily meant that something came to an end, but maybe because of someone being defensive or even standoffish, that's what led to the Ten of Swords. So that's what led to the cycle ending. And I do again feel like this has to do with like somebody that you had been socializing with, like somebody that was a homie of yours or something like that. And Page of Swords is like being curious about this again. So it can feel even like we closed the lid on that box and slid it under the bed and haven't been looking at it, but now Page of Swords is like, I'm curious, I want to take a peek inside there again. So it's sort of like going through this memory photo album and being like, I don't know, maybe opening a can of worms here. But this can also be important too, because Page of Swords would be like, there's something to learn from this, so it can feel like I can still benefit from this thing that, it seems like this already happened. I'm not seeing this be necessarily like a current situation. It looks like after the fact of this happening, Page of Swords being like, let me watch that episode again from the couch, because I'm not in it anymore. So I'm sort of like watching it play before me. Maybe I can pick up on things that I wasn't picking up on before, like that. So before you were the actor within the scene. Now that that has closed out, you get to watch it from the couch. Trying to put the pieces together. I feel like you want answers that you may not have access to. Page of Swords is like looking in the library for something, but to have a Five of Pentacles, it's like somebody just took out that book, so it's not available. But Page of Swords is so curious. Five of Pentacles can also be feeling like kind of lonely too. Maybe you're missing somebody. Maybe that's what this is. Ace of Swords. Okay. There is going to be a breakthrough. Maybe you're looking back at this, yeah, to review it because it's feeling pertinent in some way. I do feel like you find the answer that you had been looking for about this situation. But there's also something here important about like protecting one's peace, and maybe that's why things came to an end with this person. Like in reviewing this and looking back and being like, why don't we talk anymore? Like, why am I not connected with this person anymore? I don't know, maybe like too much stuff happened and you felt like in order for somebody to protect themselves, they needed to call an ending. And that's why. Some of you could be wondering maybe why you had a falling out with somebody if you're on the other end of this. But also, like, this could have been a mutual thing as well. Like maybe both people not wanting to bend for the other person, and so inevitably there was sort of this like growing in opposite directions. But Ten of Swords would kind of allude to things not necessarily being cool between you guys, or like it really hurt when things did end up closing out. So Page of Swords is like, let me understand this, I want to look into it, why I'm feeling this way. Because it feels like with Nine of Wands and with Five of Pentacles, it can feel sort of like you're going through something that's really challenging right now, and you may be missing this person and like missing the support that you had from them. Because I'm seeing you just like in a period right now where you would find that type of support to be really helpful. Like, I'm seeing you had such a genuine friendship with this person, but I'm getting to that it's like a double-edged sword. You're going through something hard right now and you miss this person, and you would really love to have like their support, meaning like their friendship, you know. It's not just about what they give to you. It's like having that mutual sense of connection with them. And so I'm seeing there be like an understanding about that. Like, that's so very genuine. You know, regardless of what happens between you and someone, it's being like I miss coming over your house and hanging out, or just like going to do this together, you know, or whatever it was that you did with this person. Like, you guys liked the same music, you had the same type of sense of humor, you would send memes to each other, like do each other's makeup or play basketball with one another, like whatever it was that you guys did together. Like recommend books to one another, like whatever it is that you do when you hang out with a friend. It was somebody that was really on the same wave as you. And so I'm seeing it was like very, very pure what you guys had, but it looks also like other things became complicated too. And to have Seven of Wands and to have Four of Swords, this feels like I gotta protect my peace, and that's why things came to an end. But that doesn't mean that you're not missing them, because like when our relationships with people and like people in general, it's not black and white. Like, people are not in polarity. People aren't just good or bad or anything like that. We're everything. So I think right now you're looking at this and being like, I do miss the friendship. It would be convenient to have right now, but also I feel like if I maybe invited this back into my life, that it would sort of take some of my peace away. And that's why things ended in the first place between you and this person. Something didn't feel restful between the two of you. Like, maybe it was a very chaotic relationship. Maybe it was a very dramatic relationship. Maybe it was something that you felt like drained you with this person. That doesn't mean that you didn't enjoy it or that it wasn't a genuine friendship with them. Yeah, I'm seeing you like looking at these memories of like your relationship with this person. And like I get this very strongly, this person is not in your life anymore. Just the way that this Five of Pentacles is looking up at the Three of Cups, like look at me over here without you, and it's like these memories of the friendship, just the way that the cards are sitting with one another. But also feeling like this is sort of a sacrifice in order for one to have sort of like peace within their life even. So maybe some of you are like considering reaching out to this person and you're sort of weighing your options. That's what this feels like. Or maybe you're just not going to entertain this because as much as you miss the person, you know you'd be inviting chaos back into your life. Because I am seeing Six of Wands connected with Ten of Swords, so that means that it was like you would see this as a good thing that things came to an end. Ten of Swords also alludes to... Ten of Swords isn't just like things are great and then they come to an end. Ten of Swords is things ending that needed to come to an end. So it's not like things were supposed to keep going and then they magically just got cut off there. It means that like it was supposed to happen just like that. And Ten of Swords is kind of like doing the thing that finally needed to be done, even if that means that's the end of it, because it just needs to stop. Like, it's not meant to be continuing. So I'm seeing that for sure be like a win. Six of Wands. It's like protecting your peace, yes. Protecting your peace, but maybe feeling lonely. But I'm getting that, like, maybe this is going to inspire you to make some new friends rather than going back into this situation that seems like it's not the right fit for you any longer. Oh, yeah, we have Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. New connection. That's what this is supposed to be doing. It's not supposed to bring you back into the past. It's supposed to help you explore and know that you can find something that better fits you now, rather than trying to fit back into this. That doesn't mean that you're gonna like replace this person. Maybe some of you still feel like a little bit of a type of way towards them. I'm seeing 5 of Swords. I don't know, maybe something happened between you guys. Or you could just feel protective over where you are right now. 6 of Wands and 5 of Swords. So 6 of Wands is sort of like being in a space where you feel like happy. It can feel like an accomplishment. You can feel like you've been successful with something, or that something worked that you were trying to do. Like it's seen as being a victory or a win. And then having 5 of Swords can be like wanting to make sure that you sort of keep yourself in that space. So maybe this part of you that's sort of curious maybe about what this person's up to, or sort of like why did it end like that, maybe we should go back in there. This can be that part of you that's like, don't do it. So it's sort of like these two parts of you, one of them that may be curious, but curious to the point of maybe bringing something back into your life that maybe isn't meant to be being brought back into your life. And then 5 of Swords is that part of you that's like, I'm trying to protect the good things that I have within my life right now, and I need to think of me, and this is going to maybe create distress to bring this person back. But that doesn't mean that you're not missing them, and that doesn't mean that it's not real too, you know? You can miss somebody so much and know that it's not a healthy situation to have them in your life, or know that if you invite them back into your life, your peace is going to sort of go down the drain, you know? Or you'd be entering back into a bit of a roller coaster, and if you check in and you're like, that's not the type of vibe that I'm trying to be in, then you don't do it. But also, if you're like, you know what, maybe I'd like to get on that roller coaster again, then go for it. It's really just what you want to do at the end of the day. Just the advice is always just to be honest with yourself about that. Like if you want to invite this person back in and you're ready, buckle up for it. But if you look at this and you're like, as much as I had fun with them and as much as we do have that connection, our lifestyles really clash with one another and it's not something that I want to invite into my life, then you don't do it. But don't be inviting this person back in and think that it's going to be a different situation, because what I'm seeing is that it looks like it will be a very similar thing. That's just your dynamic with this person. And sometimes we do find ourselves in situations where we reconnect with somebody and it's different. No, I'm seeing your guides say, gotta let it go. And you know this too, is what I'm seeing. So I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. What I'm seeing is that your guides are saying, let it go. You don't need to hold on to this anymore. Yeah, I'm hearing let them go. You know this too because your higher self is communicating this with you. Like I'm seeing the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. We have 4 of Pentacles coming out. You do not need to be holding on to this. I think that if you... 9 of Wands just makes it seem like right now you may be going through like a difficult time, and so it can have you like missing this person because of that, because of like the support that they did give you. But there were a lot of other things that they gave you too, you know, when they came into your life. And I'm sure you gave one another, right? Because it's not just one-sided. But I think that if you were in a better place, like if you weren't in this 9 of Wands right now, I don't think that you would be missing this person in this way. I think it would be easier to see. But you know, sort of when we're going through something and we're struggling, we sort of look back at things in a more nostalgic way, where we sort of like glamorize something, or we have the pink goggles on when we're looking back at it. But I'm just seeing your guides be like, leave this where it is. You don't need to go back into it. Because I do think, again, like if you were not in this 9 of Wands right now, like if there wasn't this, whatever this struggle is that you're going through right now, you would not be thinking about calling this person up and inviting them back. Again, this is a friend situation. I'm not saying this be like a romantic, but, well, who knows? Maybe you guys were friends and romantic partners too. But I'm seeing them like the basis of your relationship with this person was a friendship. So regardless of what else was going on between you guys, I'm seeing like more than anything you would have identified as close friends with one another. Some of you, there were 3 of you guys. Yeah, see you still hold on, like in your heart, I'm seeing that person still being there. But that's also the thing too, that I feel like is so important. You can hold somebody in your heart and you can still love a person. That doesn't mean that they need to be in your life. It doesn't mean that they're even compatible with your lifestyle. That doesn't mean you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you don't care about them, but we can have people that we love and not have them be in our lives because it's not in our best interest. I do feel like if you get yourself to a space where you're like more consciously sort of letting this go or being like, no, it's not an option, because you are like looking to connect, I do feel strongly like this is going to motivate you to connect with new people or to find yourself in situations, even if you don't know how exactly to do that right now. I feel like it's just right now about sort of opening your energy up and opening your mind up to new routes or new possibilities rather than backtracking to where you had been before. So like when you're not entertaining those past pathways anymore, you sort of are forced to forge new ways or even be open. So you could be treating people differently when they come through or seeing opportunities that maybe you hadn't been seeing before. It sort of changes your mode of operation. So I feel like this is something that it's going to start energetically and it's going to... then you're going to see it unfold physically in front of you. Hold on, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Some of you, you're working with somebody to let go of this. That can mean that you're like going to therapy or something like that. Maybe one of the many things that you're doing. But it can just be you working with this part of yourself too in some way. Like it doesn't have to be with another person. You could be like doing shadow work with your guides. You can be journaling. You can be doing some sort of reflective work. But I'm seeing it's about a release. Maybe you're going to do like a cord cutting thing or something. That's not necessary. It's really just a preference thing. If that's what... it's like whatever you believe in, you're going to give power to. So if you feel like you need to do cord cutting and that's what you believe in, it's whatever aligns like with your belief system, you know? Like our belief is the thing that empowers something. It doesn't really have power by itself. So if you want to do cord cutting, if you want to do some sort of cleansing, if you want to burn something, whatever it is that you want to do. But I am seeing something about a release. But some of you are like doing a ceremony or something. I'm feeling with this Queen of Cups here. This is going to help you move forward because I do get this part of you that sort of wants to get moving with things, but I feel like this needs to be, you need to like release yourself from this in order to move forward. Because I do see this part of you that's like, I want to move forward, but I feel like this thing, there's sort of like a tether here, but you have to tell yourself like that's not an option anymore in order to move forward, and do that in whatever way it is that you need to, if you decide, if that's what you want to do here, okay? I am not seeing any major arcanas here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.